Hello and welcome back to the ChickenBlox Channel. In this video, we are going to be going over everything you basically need to know for the Loomian Legacy Christmas event 2021. So let's just get straight into it. I am going to talk about the odd chart of the Alpha and Gamma glues because I'm not going to be going over the Alpha and Gamma odds. I am leaving this chart here, and obviously you can access the Google Slides down below in the description. I will leave it down below in the description, accessible to everyone. That you just need the link to click on it to get here. But I'm just going to leave this entire thing for you guys to access. So that's basically the point of this video, is to get you guys to know everything about the Loomian Legacy Christmas event. So we do have here is the Alpha, Gamma, and the roaming, and basically all the odds for it. I do want to point out something though. For the roaming, for Wobblers and Akalos, I do leave their odds as 1 out of 128, and this is obviously assuming that you know that this is the boost in Game Pass. But, for example, let's say you don't have boost in Game Pass on, and you're just a free-to-play player, the odds of those Akalos and Wobblers found in the Wild Snow, grass, white grass area is going to be at 1 out of 1,024. But this doesn't change for Christmas per pay and icicles and the colored icicles, because those are not considered roamings. And also a bunch of other things like Snow too. Just know that only Wobblers and Akalos, the Christmas variant that's coming back. I mean, Wobblers is the Christmas roamer who's coming back, and then we got Akalos, which is also a Christmas roamer who's this year. Those are considered roaming for this event, and also following with like Dusk and Mutagon, your normal roamers. And I do want to say, so considering this, so don't times. So if let's say you're looking for a Gamma Wobblers, don't times the Gamma Wobblers, because you're gonna see on my screen I rate Gamma Wobblers as 1 out of 128. Don't times it by another 128 of the roaming, and then times it by another 640. You just times 128 times 640 if you have boost in Game Pass. For my case, I only had Game Pass, so mine was I had Game Pass for my roaming, so mine was 512 times 640, and that's how I got my Gamma Wobblers. So just that's just an FYI for your information, so you just know. All right, let's move into the actual information you need to know. Starting off with the Jolly Village Great Gift Exchange, we got the introduction of the mallet, and you can only find one of this in the mini game. So I mean, every mini game, because you can play the mini game over and over again, but for every mini game, you can only find one of them, and this looks like this thing right here. It's basically looks like a hammer, a Christmas hammer, and it's in replace of the gate key. The gate key was used to open the gate last Christmas event 2020. That you could access into and find Wobblers. Well, now it's basically the same concept. The mallet, you use it, you hit it, you use it on the bell, which is right here. Game Wobblers. You use it on the bell, and it basically gets you a cutscene, and that it summons the boat. The boat comes out. You enter the boat. And then you get into the boat, where you can get or enter into the boat, and then it will make you go into the little cave over here, thingy. And then if you go down that path, you get teleported, and you go down that path, and you'll find a Kalos right here. I already counted Kalos. I already got the gleam of it, so that's why it's not here. So I just added a Kalos in. All right, let's talk about the first new. There's more things you can find in the Great Gift Exchange is coal. You can only I should mention that you can the mallet, you can only find one of each game. Same thing like coal, except coal is useless. You can only find one in every game. It's just basically that. However, people in Trade Resort do want coal, so you might be able to trade coal for like gleams or stuff. I don't know. Some people like coal, okay, but coal is pretty much useless. Let's talk about the Jolly Cookies. Now, the Jolly Cookies, you can get 2 to 15, and it's more of like increments of 2. So that means that there are 2 cookies, 4 cookies, 6 cookies, 8 cookies, 10 cookies, and 12 cookies, and also 15 cookies. Now, it is increment of 2s except for the 15 cookies, because let's say you already found the mallet, and you get the mallet again from the Great Gift Exchange. I'm not going to really explain how the Great Gift Exchange works, because it was in last year, and also when you can play the game, you'll understand. It's really simple. But if you get the mallet again, you'll get 15 cookies instead of 14 cookies. I just think they just made it a way to say, oh, you got the most rarest thing out of the, all the presents, the rarest item inside the present, out of all the presents. Here, you get a roar of an extra cookie, and basically, this is what the Jolly Cookie looks like. I do want to note, though, that the Jolly Cookie of 2020 you can't use it anymore. It has a different color, it has a different description, so, yeah. But so it's right next to the Jolly Village Great Gift Exchange portal that sends you to the minigame. There's this NPC here, and basically what the NPC sells you is items for your cookies. And I think the most notable is the Akala saddle, which basically gives you the saddle, and I didn't have a picture of the saddle, but when you buy it, you'll see what the saddle looks like. It's just Icalos, but you're on top of it. And it was for 300 cookies, and then you can buy the decorative lights, which is basically to evolve the Christmas Cradle into Festifer, whatever you want to say. I do want to know that I do butcher a lot of words, so please know that. And then you also get the Frost Blossom disc and a bunch of gummies and stuff from the Jolly Cookies. And then also a new item that is coming in this that is already in the Great Gift Exchange is the Wobble disc. It looks like this, and basically it's a disc that's a Wobble's face. That's basically it. But it is greater than the Hyper disc. I wish I had one. I had one, and then I used it on the Icalos instead of when I tried the Game of Wobbles, which is a shame. But its odds is better catching. It's better odds of catching than a Hyper disc. But I don't know if it has the same or better odds as catching like a Loomian, like the specialized Loomian disc, like the specialized disc that for the Loomian types, like the Frost disc, or the Spirit disc, or the Trap disc, or the Mind disc. Like those are specific for specific Loomians. I don't know, but cool disc in my opinion. We're going to do a recap of everything right here. As you can see that you can get from the Great Gift Exchange. You got the Jolly Cookies, the Coal, the Wobble disc, and the Jolly Mallet is everything you can get in the Great Gift Exchange. Now let's move on to the Neolumines here. We're going off with Snow, Strisicle, and Wittrix. I don't know, I think I just butchered Strisicle, but we got Snow out here coming at a 1 out of 45 chance of finding it in the regular grass. So you just go into this regular grass snow patch, and you'll find it by running it around. That's pretty much it. It evolves into a Strisicle at level 23, which looks like this. And then finally, the caveat to this evolution line is that it evolves into Wittrix at level 37, but it has to be in the Jolly Village. And this is what it looks like. The reason it has to be in the Jolly Village is because it only evolves during hail, and it only hails during the Jolly Village, because in the game there isn't a there isn't a weather for hail yet, so that's why you have to evolve the Wittrix at level 37. It's like basically falls under like Pipsy or Hydrini's line. You have to for Hydrini you have to do the has to be raining, and for Pipsy it has to be windy. Same thing, but except this one needs to be hail. All right. And also coming with it is a new ability. It's Wise. It's only given to Wittrix. I mean, Snow's line. You know what I mean? And it's basically when you use a move that is not very effective against your teammate, target, like opposing Loomian. Sorry, I play a lot of Pokemon, so I might say Pokemon instead. But it just makes it so it doubles the power of that move, basically making so that other Loomian who would have resisted the move, it'll actually just be neutral damage, which is a really good ability because everything will be taking neutral damage against Wittrix, even if it resists that move. And because Wittrix can set up, it is a fast range attacker. It can set up, it can ditch, and it has perch. It can dish out a lot of damage quick and fast. And its new move is Brain Freeze. And basically what Brain Freeze is, it's a move that is Ice type, but it does super effective damage against Mind type. Because when you're thinking of Brain Freeze, when you drink something really cold, you get a Brain Freeze. Brain is something that's shortly with the Mind, so that's why it's super effective against Mind. It is a power 80 move, and it's 100% accuracy, meaning it will always hit. Unless, you get, it's a move that lowers the accuracy, then, you might miss. But yeah, regardless though, I did run Frost Beam over Brain Freeze. I think you should run Brain Freeze over Frost Beam. I'm probably gonna change that later because I think even though you're stacking 10 less move power, I think that's super effective against mine could be helpful and could come in clutch. Alright, let's talk about the next Neolumine, which is Icalos, and then we're gonna talk about Wobbles and Santa Prope. So we're gonna talk about Icalos, and Icalos you can find it. Also, I just mentioned something. You find these all on different. So you find the Snow on a different table, and you find Icalos on a different table. Icalos, even though it's a roaming, it's not going to be found on, like the same roaming table as you would find Ecosmate, Duscape, Protagon, Mutagon, Cephalops, and Wobbles. Those are all on the same roaming table. So like when you roll onto that table, you have a chance to find one of those 6. Icalos is different. If you roll onto Icalos, you're only going to find Icalos and nothing else. Like same thing like Snow and Santa Prope. And later we're going to talk about Icicles. I don't know if Icicles have the same table, like the color Icicles have the same table as Icicles. You just have a 1 out of like odds, but I don't know. But we're going to talk about Icalos here. It's 1 out of 128. That's the roaming basically. odds, and this is what it looks like, and you did see it earlier, but oh, I made a dumb idiot move. I made it back red, so you can't see my pointer, but it's fine. Whatever. It does have a new ability, which is Aqua Body, and Stick says this is a great ability because it takes reduced damage from fire type, which it would be neutral because it's a water and ice Loomian, which makes because water resists fire, but ice is weak to fire, so that's why it's neutral. But now it's resisted, and it also cannot be afflicted with a burn. Akalos is a melee attacker, so I guess this actually really helps it out because it can't be burned, making its its melee moves like halved, like the power is halved. And it also learns a move, which is weird that it gave it range, because it's not a range attacker, and it's only one who has Deep Freeze. But basically what Deep Freeze does, it is super effective against water. It's like Freeze Drying Pokemon. It's a move, it's an ice type, but it's super effective against water. It's a range attack movie, it's not going to be really helpful on Colossus unless you're running a smart one, and you're just kind of insane, but whatever. It is 75 move power, and it's 100% accuracy. Alright, we're going to talk about Wobblers here, my favorite guy, okay, because I'm not biased to him, totally because I didn't find a game of Wobblers, and he's a happy little Yeti, but he's on the same table as a regular roaming, so like, let's get these guys in a Protogon, you have a chance. I got so lucky I found Wobblers, because I didn't finish my mastery for Self-Loss and Mugon, but whatever. And this is what Wobblers looks like. If you don't know what the game of Wobblers looks like, well, you can just go back and you can see, but, it just went on at 128, nothing really special with it. And then we got Santa Pro Pay. I want to call him Chad, but Santa Pro Pay is here. You can find him 1 out of 500. And like with all the other, you can just find him in the grass. I mean, like the white grass, the snow, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's in those patches. You just go out of the city, you find, out of the town, you find him. And this is what Santa Pro Pay looks like. But because it's Santa Pro Pay, and I think it's obviously a meme Loomian, I gotta include his alpha. This is what his alpha looks like, and his gamma. This is what his gamma looks like. You know, you got the red vibe, the green vibe, Christmas vibes. Yeah, Santa Pro Pay. God Loomian, best Loomian ever. Maybe actually, I don't know. Gamma Wobblers might be better. But moving on, we got Icicles, non-light blue, and color. Starting off with the light blue Icicles, 1 out of 90 odds. It's gonna be looking like this, and you do return every year. So I do word of advice. Don't invest into them. If you're going to spend like $1 billion GR investing in them, it's not worth it because they come back every year. They're not going to rise. They're probably only going to drop. And it does come. Icicles now do have a new additional move, and this is going to be the last new move. And also, Akalos Aqua Buddy was the last new ability. But Bag of Tricks is basically, think of Metronome in Pokemon. It uses Bag of Tricks. It uses a random move. And coming with Bag of Tricks is this a new additional move called called Give Up, which basically it does this literally a 1 power explosion, and that's why you're gonna have to be really careful with catching Icicles, because if you use his Bag of Trick and it uses Give Up, or you're losing that one. You're losing it, and you're probably crying if it's a Rihanna. That's why you should run Provoke on Ragoon or Trumbull, because both of them do get it, so run Provoke, and they can't use Bag of Tricks. However, I do want to mention, though, when you use Bag of Tricks, you can't use Bag of Tricks again, and you can't use Bag of Tricks again at a different move. I forgot. I think it's when you use Bag of Tricks, you just can't use Bag of Tricks again. But, minus a couple weird ones. I think there's also a couple weird ones. I think, obviously, Bag of Tricks, and then there's a couple of others that I forgot. And we're going to talk about the rare color Icicles now. It's 1 out of 600. We got the 4 new color Icicles, starting off with the maroon Icicles. And then we got the dark green Icicle. Then we got Poop Icicle coming in. Yeah, Poop Icicle is here. Wow. Let's go, Loomian Legacy. And then finally, we got the orange Icicle. I don't know what they call this color. I'm going to call it orange Icicle. You call it whatever you want. It's the way I name this is definitely not my favorite to least favorite. And I'm sure that is not it. But, yeah, that's going to be everything for Icicles. And we're just going to move on to the last thing, basically, in this event. Is the quote-unquote the boring counter that you'll probably find the most. And here's the table for it. Surprisingly, Credo is the most common. It does give you 1 melee attack. Kaboom gives you 1 speed 2, but doesn't drop anything because I don't think anything drops anything. But you're gonna fight Credo the most, then you're fighting Kabunga the most, and then Kleptyke. No, I mean you're gonna fight Credo the most, and then Kabunga is like you're gonna fight less of Credo, and you're gonna fight Kleptyke, which is less of Credo. But please keep in mind is that that obviously you're gonna find the Icicles and you know the Snows and the Wobblers and the Akalos, Santa Prope, all that. Those are and you know the Snow and all those are gonna be definitely rarer than these boring encounters. Oops, my bad. Of all these boring encounters, but yeah, that's gonna be basically it for this video. I do want to mention though is that you can still find the dust kits. You know, the normal aromas, the dust kit, the protogon, the ecosinates, the mutagon, and the cephalops, and also the pyramids in the regular grass, in the regular snow area where you would find all these stuff. Those are still there, and but that's gonna be it for this video. And I wish you guys the best of a hunting RNG that a chicken can. Obviously, I did find the Gamma Wobble, so I'm really hyped for this event. Coming off of day 2 grind, but I did hunt earlier and not getting the same luck. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll leave this all these slides down in the link for these slides in the description down below, so you guys can access this on your own time. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.